like people have started joining. Like people are already waiting, and which is awesome. Which is, in fact, if you can clap for yourself, clap for yourself. There's a reaction area here where you can clap for yourself. Please, I need you to clap for yourself. You guys are doing very well. You know, there's something that I used to tell people. There's something I used to tell people as a to make money, as a young person trying to get by, there is one thing you have to have. That is discipline. You have to be disciplined. Already know me before from Nova University. You should know that discipline is the #1 thing that I hold up to most, right? And it is very important for you to be punctual. If they call a meeting for 6 o'clock, make sure you are there at least 30 minutes before. It is very important for you as a young person to have that trait in your life. You understand? So we are getting started right away. Our resource person is already around. And in fact, I am so excited for this meeting. I am waiting to be transformed. Let me tell you something you probably might not know. If you are if you are a skillful person, you have a skill, you have a digital skill that you can sell, but you are not getting, you understand? So we are getting started right away. Our resource person is already around. And in fact, I am so excited for this information. You lack information on how to turn your skill into money. It is not just enough for you to be skillful. I am waiting to be transformed. You see how, let me tell you something you probably might not see how the economy is. If you are every one of us in Nigeria, you are a skillful person, you have time for you to empower yourself and sell. Empower yourself, not just empower yourself, you understand? So we are getting started right away. Our resource person is already around, and in fact, I am so excited for this information. And I believe that is the reason why you are here. On how to turn your skill into money. Some people are out there chilling. It is not just enough for you. Some people are out there watching movies. Some people are out there, relaxing. But you are here to invest in yourself. So I'm going to tell you everything that will cause you distraction today. You see, let me tell you something you probably might not. Anything that will cause you distraction. If you are every one of us in this class, you are a skillful person. You have time for you to empower yourself. Not all your problems, not just not all your problems. So we are getting started right away. Our resource person is already around. And there is something you like. God has already empowered some people. And I believe that is the reason why you are here. All you just have to do is people are out there chilling. Listen, not just enough for you. Some people are out there and listen to what some people are out there relaxing, but you are here. If you listen, so I'm going to tell you everything that will cause you to transform. You see, let me tell you something you probably might not. Anything that will cause you to transform. Every one of us in this class, and this person you have time to use that power. Not all your problems, not just not all your problems. So we are getting started right now. Our resource person is already around, and there is something you like. God has already empowered some people, and I believe that is the reason why you can out. This is just how people are out there chilling. Listen, not just enough. Some people are out there and listen to what some people are relaxing, but you
yes, I could not mute my microphone before.
Okay, very good, very good. Please, admin, please help me. Please help me take care of that. Admin, please help me add Mr. Babafemi as a co-host so that he will be able to, so that he will be able to unmute his microphone. Thank you very much. Please, everybody, I want us to keep our microphone muted. Do you understand? Please keep your microphone muted. Please keep your microphone muted. Keep your microphone. Right? Please, everybody, make sure your microphone is muted. Very good. If you are excited, please, I want you to type "let's go" in the chat section. Drop "let's go" in the chat section. Let us go. Drop it in the chat section right now. Drop it in the chat section. We are getting started right away. All right. Now, I a little bit about Mr. Babafemi. Is a friend. He's a friend, is also a mentor, my own personal mentor myself. He's a man that I have learned a whole lot from, right? When we were still, quote and unquote, when we were still struggling in the street of Lagos, myself and Mr. Babafemi, we lived together and life, right? He greatly influenced my life in a very, very positive way. He's someone that I look up to. He's someone that I deeply love as a friend and as a brother and as a mentor. You understand? He is also a millionaire business owner. He's also a millionaire content creator. And, you definitely have a whole lot to learn from him. He's a man that has made multiple, thousands in dollars on the internet. and he's here to share from, his experience. He's here to share his experience with us. If I were you, I'm going to listen. I will not allow my village people to follow me here by not listening. Do you understand? This kind of webinar is what people pay hundreds of thousands of naira to get. VAHAL Foundation is bringing this thing to us free of charge. So before we bring Mr. Babafemi on, right, we are going to do two things. Before we bring Mr. Babafemi on, we are going to do two things. First of all, we are here because VAHAL Foundation gave us this opportunity. We want to learn about VAHAL Foundation. Who is VAHAL Foundation? Who are they? What do they do? You understand? So we are going to be learning about them, and the resource person that is going to be telling us about VAHAL Foundation is already here. All right. I believe Ms. Sarah is here. And please mute your microphone. Right, please mute your microphone. I believe Ms. Sarah is already here, and she will be taking us through. She'll be telling us about VAHAL Foundation. Please let us give Ms. Sarah a round of applause. Please, you can use the reaction. You don't need to. You don't need to unmute your microphone. Just use the reaction. Ms. Sarah, please, if you are there, please unmute your microphone and talk to me. Can you hear me? Sarah, can you hear me? Are you on this call? Can you hear me? Sarah is on this call. Can you hear me? Is Sarah on this call? Can you hear me? Okay. All right, it's cool. Mr. Shegun, can you hear me? If Miss Sarah is not around, Mr. Shegun, are you here? Can you hear me? Mr. Shegun, if you are here, please unmute your microphone and speak to me. You should be able to unmute your microphone. Mr. Shegun, can you hear?
Oh,
okay, beautiful. Mr. Shegun, are you here? Please, Mr. Shegun, if you are speaking, Mr. Shegun, if you are speaking, please, can you, Mr. Oluwa Shegun?
Can you hear me?
You are here, Mr. Akinmoladun Oluwa Shegun, if you are here, please unmute your microphone and tell us about VAHAL Foundation.
All right.
Thank
I've unmuted my mic. Can we all hear me now?
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
Can we hear me, please? I want to confirm if everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you. We can hear you.
Okay. Good evening once again, everyone. I trust you're excited to be here. All right, briefly, VAHAL Foundation. VAHAL simply means Victoria Ademubipo. Victoria Ademubipo Hope Alive Foundation. Victoria Ademubipo Hope Alive Foundation. It is a foundation that was founded in the year 2020 in memory of Princess Victoria Ademubipo Akinmoladun, who passed on in the year 2019. The foundation is committed to helping the less privileged in society, and we've held different events in the past. We hold what's it called now? Symposium for secondary school students, whereby we train them. We train them and we equip them the right set of skills. Then this particular webinar is in honor of Princess Victoria's Post-Humus birthday. Our birthday is usually on January 8th every year. So this webinar is like called a month after. Okay. I think I need to share this with us that this webinar had to actually have come earlier, but we had to postpone it due to the incident that happened in Ibadan to honor those that actually passed on then. So VAHAL and to a lot of people who need to. So I think I will love to pause here so that we can give our facilitator enough time to equip us with the knowledge. All right, I'm so sure that we are going to be equipped tonight, and I'm in no doubt that you are going to love it. So let's have a fabulous time together. All right, Mr. Sam, I'm done.
All right, thank you very much. Please, can we give him another round of applause? Please use your reaction again. Please use your reaction. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for telling us about VAHAL Foundation, right? VAHAL Foundation was, created after the passing of our mother in order to honor her, right? She's a loving mother. She was a loving mother. She was a lover of God, and she was someone who has a deep sense of community. She dedicated her life to the service of humanity, and VAHAL Foundation was created in order to immortalize our mother, to carry on our legacy. All right. So, and VAHAL Foundation, they've, reached out to a whole lot of people. I have been a proud member of VAHAL Foundation for the past 2 years, and we have done so many good stuff. So many good stuff. In fact, we are going to be telling you about our new website very, very soon, during the course of this webinar, so that you can check it out and you can see some of the beautiful things that, we have done. And yeah, hopefully you are going to be inspired as well, because we also hope to inspire people to do good for, to have a sense of community as well. Do you understand? And, yeah, that is a brief introduction about VAHAL Foundation. So yes, we are going right into the webinar proper right now. How many of you are ready? If you are ready, please let me know in the chat section. Type I am ready. Please type I am ready. I'm going to be telling you about our moderator. His name is Mr. Babafemi Adebajo. I'm going to be reading his profile right now. I hope you can all hear me. Can you all hear me? I hope you can all hear me. So I'm going to be reading his profile right now so that you are going to know that the person that is going to be speaking to us is actually a big deal. He is a huge deal. And we are so fortunate. We are so lucky that out of his very, very busy schedule, he can find time to come and talk to us. In fact, we are so lucky. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Babafemi is a physiotherapy graduate from the University of Ibadan, currently pursuing his master's in musculoskeletal physiotherapy at the University of Lagos. Babafemi is a tech entrepreneur with an interest in helping early career professionals, entrepreneurs, and small businesses leverage existing technology to improve their brand and businesses and achieve freedom. He is the founder of Definitions, a brand dedicated to helping individuals tap into the wealth of creativity in them while staying productive. He is also the co-founder of Growthally, a social media management firm. Babafemi also works as a writer for several international organizations. Outside work, Babafemi is an intercessor with a prolific for teaching and intercession of life and faith. Currently, he's the lead pastor of RCCG New Breed Youth Church in Lagos and the leader of PSF Ministry Hub Worldwide, a group dedicated to teaching children of pastors, ministers, and workers in RCCG the tenets of ministry. Babafemi is married to Onyoluwa. Together, they embodied a partnership grounded in faith and a shared commitment to building men. Please, can we give a round of applause? In fact, I give you permission to unmute your microphone right now. Please unmute your microphone, and I want to hear you clap. I just want to hear you clapping. You can unmute the microphone, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now unmute, please. You can now unmute. You can now mute yourself, please. Make sure you are muted. Mr. Babafemi, please talk to me if you can hear me. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very good, sir. Very good. Very good. You have the floor, sir. You have the floor.
All right. Thank you, Big Sam. Before I greet everyone, I'm still unable to share my screen. So maybe
I'm working on that, sir. I'm working on that. I'm working on that now. I'm working on that now.
All right. So good evening, everyone. Good day, everyone. I'm using good day because just in case you are not in Nigeria and it's not evening where you are, and your time zone is not the evening time zone, the correct thing to say is good evening. It's exciting to be here. I almost did not believe that it was me Big Sam was talking about. I'm like, this is a lot. But you see, that's how it is. That you don't even know you are doing anything until people talk about what you are doing. Yeah. So I'm excited to be here. I'm really excited because there's a lot in stock that I'm going to be sharing today. And I can assure you that if you're on this call and you will put to practice the things that you will hear today, then something about your business, your service, your earning is going to shift radically. Okay, thank you. I can share my screen now. And please, you can just let me know in the chat once you can see my screen. All right. Can you see my screen? I need to reshare. Okay, some people are saying they can see it. Thank you for letting me know you can see my screen. Just a minute. I'm going to reshare it now. All right, so let me show you my face. Just so that those that you like to see somebody's face when you are listening to them, so that you can see. All right, so this evening I'm going to be taking us through a few things. I expect to be done. Please, can you send me a message? Let me know how much time I have, so that I'll now elaborate. I can be with my explanations and all of that. If you could just send me a message, I would see it. Big Sam. So I'll be taking us through scaling up, how to monetize your skill. I'm going to be starting from something that there was a time when I did not believe it until I started to live with Big Sam. Big Sam at that time used to have a ringtone, and the ringtone sounded something like more money, more money, more money. Something Big Sam, I don't know if you remember. But you see, I'm starting from that place because there's a scripture. Now, this is not a biblical teaching. Don't get it wrong. But there is a wisdom in this line of scripture for everybody that is on this call. That no matter how wise you are, nobody will listen to you if you don't have money. It does not matter how wise you are. It does not matter how smart you are. It does not matter how intelligent you are. Nobody cares about your intelligence if you don't have proofs. And I mean financial proof to back it up. All right, so this is actually from scripture, the holy book. Poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are no longer heeded. Such that you can claim you have a skill, but if you cannot point to what that skill has brought to you, we will doubt about the effectiveness of your skill. We'll have doubts about, does this person really know what they say they do? Because a skill is supposed to be something that earns you money. There's a poll we are conducting currently. We're trying to get 100 responses to that poll for Grow Tally, and Big Sam mentioned it. I think we're still about 20 responses short, but I've been tracking the results from that poll, and out of the about 80 people that filled in that poll that they have a brand, they have a business, almost 75% of them said that in the last 1 month, I think in the last about 1 month to 60 days, they've only gotten about, some said 2 clients, between 2 and 5 clients that they have gotten. And some of these are small businesses. How much profit are they making on 1 client? In an entire month, some have not made more than 5 clients, 3 clients. And that's how some of you on this call are. You have a skill. Maybe in the last 1 month, you've not even gotten anybody to pay for that skill. It is not supposed to be, because there is a way to go about it. And that's what we want to look at today. But I've chosen to divide this talk into 2 sections. Number 1 is on skilling up. The other part is on the business side of things. All right, so let's just move on. Now, I'm going to start with 2 very interesting concepts that you are familiar with, or that you may not be familiar with. Maybe you are very familiar with the first one, but I'm fairly certain that a lot of people. Okay, somebody is saying my network seems bad. Is that happening to everybody else, so that I'll switch?
We can hear you well, sir.
Oh, okay. Sorry if you're having, maybe it's your end that you're having network issues. Thank you. So you can just correct that from your end. All right, so I'm going to introduce you to two concepts. I'm certain you're familiar with the very first one, a bird in hand concept. The other one is the jack of all trades concept. So if you're familiar with the first one, can you just complete that statement for me? A bird in hand, what do they say about a bird in hand? You could just type that. What do they say about a bird in hand? What do they say about a bird in hand? It's a proverb, if you want. It's an idiom, if you like. Thank you, David. A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. All right, and that's where we're going to start from. A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. How does this relate to the thing we want to talk about tonight? That you cannot afford to be surface level with any skill that you have if you want to monetize that skill. I was speaking to somebody last week, I think it was on Monday, and I was telling her that, so she fantastic young lady, she was creating content, and I'm like, every time I read that content, it wasn't giving me any thrill, it wasn't giving me any vibe, it was just regular, something normal. And I remember the statement I made to her. I said to her that, see, if you create what everybody else can create, you will be lost in the sea of voices, something like that. Now, you must dive deep into your skills, so much so that you can create, you can do things at a level that there are few that can compare to you. It's not enough, for example, I saw a lot of people saying they're graphic designers. It's not enough, for example, that you are a graphic designer. It's not enough. When some people say they're graphic designers, all they can do actually is design with Canva. I've met people call themselves, and they are really good, and it's not bad. But you see, there are those that will never employ you because you don't know how to use Adobe Premiere. There are those that won't employ you. There are those that will not employ you except you know how to use Corel Draw. There are those that will not employ you or let you work for them because you don't know how to use Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator. Now, all of these are tools, right? And in deep diving into your skill, one of the things that happens is that you begin to gain mastery of the different possible things in that field. So I write, for example. And one of the primary rules in writing that I've encountered in my own experience is they tell you, focus on a niche, stay in that path, learn it so much. But you see, I'm one of the most disobedient people that you meet because I don't want to necessarily be known as a content writer. I don't even like that term. I want to be known as a writer, not as a content writer. So I've delved into creative writing, and I do it excellently well. I work with an animation studio that we're just launching this February or March, entering March. We're launching massively. I work as a creative writer there. I work as a content writer. I work as a research writer. I work as a ghostwriter. I'm on a project, well, suspended for now. Just did 1 month of it, helping somebody to write a book about their life, a memoir. Now, all of this different writing determines different styles. But you see, I'm so confident about any of them that I can take jobs in any of them. I'm saying all of this to say to you that you cannot afford to be a surface level professional. I have a friend, she's a fashion designer, but she doesn't just do fashion design, she does fashion illustration. And then when she wanted to take it further, she began to do UI UX. So guess what she's doing? She's carving out a niche for herself as a UI UX designer in the fashion space. All of this started because she's a fashion designer, and you just want to be a fashion designer. I mean that there is a unique combination of skills that only you have that can create a niche for you that nobody else can compete with. But that only happens when you deep dive into your core skill. You need to identify what is your core. You need to build expertise in it. You need to, because it is your expertise that gives you credibility. It's your expertise that gives you authority to speak about your field. It is that expertise that will give you authority to command premium value. Again, I have a lot of discussions around these things on a daily basis. So that's why I'm giving you relatable examples. I was talking with somebody yesterday, and I was saying that, the space where he's applying for writing jobs recently, that I taught him some of the things I'm going to teach us tonight, and he has been trying it for maybe about a week, and he has not gotten results. So I told him, so he was complaining rather that it looks like the field is dead, and that the worst part is that there are new people coming up on the scene that are willing to charge $2 for every 300-word article. He is still willing to work with like $10 and $15 for every 300-word article that he writes. At least his current company, they give him 2, sometimes 3 in a day. So just think about that in a month. But now he's trying to get a new job along that same line, and because there are some people coming into the space and they actually don't have the skill. He has been writing in the industry for 2 years. Of course, he has industry knowledge. They cannot command the premium value that he can command. And because there is cheap labor, it's harder for him to get a job from those that don't value skill, actually, that don't value quality. There will always be those people that cannot pay premium value. But there are also those people that will pay you premium for what you do. Imagine getting a job and that job already pays you $400, just one job, 500, 1,000. You can even go and rest for the rest of the month and go and be learning something else. You can be training. Just if you like enjoyment, go and be living the soft life. That's if you don't want to plan for the future anyway. But that's the thing. You cannot command premium value if all you know how to do is what anybody else can do. Some people go on Google and they learn something and they say, oh, I'm an expert at this. Don't be a joke. A bird in hand is what two in the bush. What I mean when I say this is that skill that you already have, that passion that you already have, that you have been developing, it is worth much more than the ones you may want to just start learning. But what you need to do is go deep into it, deep dive into it. Don't stay on the surface level. It never works if you stay on the surface level. All right, so let's go back to the second concept. Jack of all trades. Who wants to complete that for me? What do they say about the jack of all trades? Thank you, Anna. Perfect. You see, if you said a jack of all trades is a master of none, you are right, but you are only partially right. Anna got the right quote, the complete quote. A jack of all trades, the actual quote, most of us don't know this quote, and they have used this thing to discourage us from learning certain things. But today I'm going to introduce you if you're not familiar with it. Some people are familiar with it. Perfect. So you will know I'm not lying when I say this. That a jack of all trades is a master of none. But that's not where the quote ends. It goes on to say that that person that is a master of none is oftentimes better than a master of one. Think about that for a minute. That you are good at something, and they are saying that it's not enough for you to be a master at one thing. You know, I just said now in a webinar that you should deep dive into what you're doing. You may think that because I said that, I'm saying I have only one skill. That's not what I'm saying. That's why I'm introducing this other concept that you must hold alongside with it. And it says that, see, even though you will gain mastery in one skill, you will also be a jack of many trades. And how I teach this is that you will also learn many things around what you do. All right? Many things around the thing that you do, the thing that is your core, the thing that is your focus, that is your passion. There are many things that are around it that you may also now need to learn the things that are around that thing. I got an opportunity to take a course last year, partially anyway. That course is called Flow Collective. You can check them out online, Flow Collective. I took one module and it was radical. One module, I think I shared it with some of my teammates, was radical. And I think that course is about, the basic cost is about $2,000 for a month. If you want to do that course, it's $2,000. I got access to it for free because I was doing a job. I was trying to do a job for them, so they gave me access to their training material for free. That's how I got. And one of the things that they teach in that course, which is about tapping into your flow, tapping into your creativity, is that in tapping into your creativity, you must know that there are endless streams that can come forth from every person. Now, they were even speaking from a strictly natural point of view, but that's the reality, that every single person on that has multiple streams, such that Even science supports the fact that at every point in time, most people are not using more than 15% of their brain. 15%. That says that there is a lot of capacity that you have that is yet untapped. And that tells us that, see, even though you will gain mastery in one skill, it may not be enough to just gain mastery in that skill. Let me give you an example of what I mean, a practical example. I was speaking with my tailor. I invited him over to my house last week. I wanted to give him some clothes for him to make for me. So I was just asking him, we're catching up. I've not seen him this year, so we're catching up. So I asked him, how has it been? Have people been bringing clothes, with the whole economy? Are people still sewing clothes? And he was lamenting. He was seriously lamenting. I was like, he wish he had known that one business is not enough. One skill is not enough. That's what this man was saying. One skill is not enough. Because currently, he was telling me that since morning, the day before, all day, he didn't get to work until maybe in the evening when somebody just brought something for him to just quickly do something about the clothes, not even a fresh clothes that he was sewing. And this man has a family. He has children that are going to school. But you see, he has only one skill. One. He knows how to sew. He doesn't even know how to put himself out there on social media to get clients. Right? And that's what I mean when I'm talking about related skills. I'm not necessarily saying learn how to be a teacher, learn how to be an engineer. Even though if you learn how to be a teacher and then you learn how to be an engineer, then you can just combine that into teaching people about engineering or consulting for engineers that want to learn how to teach people what they know. All right. There is always a third option. But before I go into talking about the third option, I need you to get that you must continuously upskill yourself so that when circumstances change, one of the terms that is used for the world that we live in today, I hope I'm not boring you yet. Don't worry, it's going to get more exciting in a bit because it will get more practical. One of the things that, I'm just laying a foundation, that's why I'm starting this slowly. One of the things that is said about the world currently is that it's a VUCA world. It's a VUCA world. Does anybody know that word? VUCA is a VUCA word. What does it mean? Anybody wants to help me with that? I'm taking note of the people that are contributing. So thank you to everyone that is engaging. But does anybody want to? What's a VUCA word? When we say VUCA, what does that mean? The V stands for volatility. All right. Anybody helping me with the rest? The U is uncertainty. Good. Abidemi, thank you. The U is uncertainty. Anybody else? What does the C stand for? Complexity. Thank you, Fumilola. Complexity. And the A is a VUCA word. Ambiguity. Now, this in itself is a concept you need to always have in your mind. That you see, things are volatile. Business is volatile. That a business can be making profit. In fact, that's actually the way it works. A business can be making profit today, doing the same things that it has always done. And tomorrow, the same things that have been working stop working. Yeah? Things are uncertain. Things are complicated. They are not as easy. Sometimes there are no simple answer to things. V is volatility, Moriofe. All right. So for you to be able to adapt in a world that is VUCA, you need to be a master of many things. Well, maybe not a master of many things. You need to know many things, at least on a basic level. They say that a professor is somebody that knows a lot about something and is very ignorant about many things. Do you know that's the truth? Have you seen your professors that don't even know how to operate their mobile phones? And you'll be wondering how can this person be a professor? It's because they know about a lot about a thing, and then they don't know about any other thing. But you cannot afford to be like that in the 21st century. You will be a master at one thing, which is what the bird in hand, what more than twin the push concept talks about. You need to grow in that one thing that you know, but you will not stop there. You will learn a little about many other things, especially the things that are related to that thing that you want to focus on. And that's where the third option is. That's the third option. That some say, oh, learn one thing, stay on it. Some others say, put your hand in everything because you don't know what will come. But the actual third option, which is what I think and I believe and I've seen to be the best option, is that, yes, learn more than one thing, but ensure that the things you are learning are all related to what is your core. So my core is writing, but I learned search engine optimization. My core is writing. I know the principles of design. I learned them, the principles of design. So when people design for me, I'm thinking about the principles and I'm saying, oh, can you adjust this? Can you change this? Can you do this? I'm not doing it from just, oh, the way it looks in my eye. I'm actually doing it based on principles that are well established to make things work. All right, so I talk about that because I know design. I invested time in learning research. Some of us don't even know that there are things called Google search parameters. There's a way you search for things on Google that will bring you results that it will not bring to normal people. When some of us want to search on Google, we just type anything and just hope that it brings the result. That's why your results are not always exactly what you're looking for. They look like it, but they're not exactly it. Because there's a way to search on Google. And I learned that because I learned how to research things as a writer, right? Apart from that, I've learned other things around that. I learned content marketing. I had to go learn content strategy. Still all around writing. All around it. So each one is supporting the other. Such that when I now present myself as a writer, okay, that's the third option. So what does that look like practically? Let me look at some of the things that people said they do. Earlier somebody said, okay, Elder Noel said he's an ethical comedian. I even like that he didn't just say he's a comedian, he's an ethical comedian. So you have advanced in the art of comedy. Let's use that word. And now you begin to learn how to host shows, right? Thank God he said he's an MC too. Because there's a way you can infuse your comedy, your humor into hosting shows. Then you start from the less formal events, you move to handling corporate events because the standards for that are different, right? The standards are different. How you handle a corporate event is now you handle a wedding party. You learn how that works, and then you begin to learn how to present. You begin to learn how to infuse humor into presentations. It's an official thing, but you're still leveraging on your core, and you're learning that. From there, you switch a bit to begin to learn how to draft out pitch decks for companies. You're still starting from the fact that you're a comedian that knows humor, that knows how to infuse humor into everything. And what we show, how that we show and what you do, is that everything you do will have that element of humor inside it. Yeah. Abigail says she's a perfume vendor. I was speaking with one perfume vendor recently, and I was saying to her that, for example, I've seen a lot of people market perfumes and say, oh, I sell this perfume, I sell that perfume. And I was asking her, have you ever thought about developing something that helps people like me? Let me tell you my problem that I told her. I said, for example, most times at every point in time, I have more than one perfume. At least in recent times, I've always had more than one perfume in my house at a time. But I will still forget to use my perfume sometimes. Maybe it's not a very good thing, right? It's because I believe I smell good naturally. At least that maybe if people have a body odor, they're more likely. But that's it. But my point is, I was now telling her that, do you know that I'm more likely as a person, as a buyer now, to patronize a perfume vendor that also tells me how I can undo forgetting to use my perfume? Maybe somebody that decides, I was just throwing off ideas, that decides to create an app that reminds me you've not used your perfume. It's still perfume, but it has changed the game by that simple addition that she has done to it. It has changed the game entirely. I was speaking to somebody that does laundry, and I was saying that instead of just telling people that you do laundry, open an Instagram page. I'm just throwing off ideas. I'm sure that as I throw off some of these ideas, some of you will catch ideas and then it would also help your business. As I said, instead of just opening on Instagram and just posting and flogging our pages to say, oh, a picture of a well-starched clothes and all, what if you do videos? Show people how to care for their cotton clothes. Most people on this call, I can assure you, don't know how to care for their cotton clothes differently from how to care for their linen clothes. Tell them this is how you use your washing machine when this is the type of clothes that you're handling, and this is the way you use the washing machine. And I just began to give him content that day. Do you know that I'm more likely? You know what that does? Every time you come across that post, you're going to realize subtly in your mind that this guy knows his onions. So instead of just giving the guy that may be better than him actually, that knows how to launder clothes also, instead of giving that guy, I'm more likely to give this other guy that has learned how to create content around what he does. So he's no longer just a laundry guy. He's no longer just a laundryman, if you care, if you want to be demeaning. That I don't actually like that word laundryman. It is, yeah, he has immersed himself into a space where you can now see him as an authority, even though in quotes his core is laundry. I'm using regular things, right? So this is how it works. That's the third option. Learning a compendium of skills that directly relate to what you do. Now, I'm moving on, and I'm going to say to you that, see, despite all of these things I've said, skill is not enough. For every one person that you know that is making money from their skill, there are 99 other people that have that same skill, probably at a better level, that are not making money. Let me give you an example. In 2020, that's about 4 years ago now, I've been writing for a while. My first offer to make money from writing was in 2014. I was still in the university then. I think I was in my fourth year. Yeah, I was in my fourth year. It was 2015. It was 2015. I was in my fourth year. That was when I got my first paid offer to write. So I've been writing, I've been earning from my writing for a while, right? I remember when Opera News Hub started that time, I used to write for Opera and make money before it became bastardized and I ran away. So I've been writing for a while. But you see, as of 2020, I still didn't place much value on my writing. I didn't know it could earn me so much, right? So I had this friend. She was not as good a writer as I was, but she knew how to get writing jobs. I did not know how to get writing jobs. So she would get the jobs, and then she would come and give me the job and pay me 2 naira per word. And I would be excited because by the time she gives me the work, I'll do it very quickly. In a month, I'll still make 80,000, 100,000 just with the 2 naira per word. And I felt it was good. Until one day, you know, there was somebody we needed to respond to in the email, and then I had access. Of course, I've always had access to the email, but I was never interested in check. I knew that, of course, I knew that she was collecting more than she was paying me. It's normal now. If I give you a job, do you want to be paid the same way as me? I wasn't even expecting us to be paid, so I had no expectations. I never used to check. But you see, this day, I needed to check that email to be able to respond. And so I saw the conversation. She was collecting about 20 naira per word. For the job, she was paying me 2 naira per word. And I was doing all the work. I was not angry. That's the reality. I was not angry. You know why? She had something that I did not have. I know the natural person would be, what a cheat, if you knew how to get the jobs, nobody would charge 20 and come and give you $2. I'd be 2 naira. I didn't know. Instead of me complaining, I just acknowledged that I did not know how to get jobs. So I made it a point of duty that, see, apart from my writing skill, I was going to need to learn how to market that skill. I was going to need to learn how to handle the business side of things. She was running the entire business side of things. I was just sitting back. She will get the client, she will seal the deal, she will bring it to me, and that was all. Right? That's one of the things you need to learn. So apart from your skill, which is essential, you need to learn how to market it. And that's what I'm focusing on. That's actually the meat of this discussion. So all of this, I'm building up to that. So you need to learn how to market your skill, marketability. You need to learn soft skills. I've done. I just remembered an example. I'm not going to share that story with you. But you see, I've seen people lose jobs because they don't know time management. They don't know how to manage. They are very good at what they do, but they don't know how to manage projects together so that they will deliver late. And if you deliver late, you can lose clients. All right? You can have a good paying job today and you mess up, and then tomorrow you don't have a job, especially if you're a freelancer. So you need to learn soft skills. You need to learn how to communicate with people. Right? You know that your tailor that doesn't know how to talk. That's why you don't give her a job, right? That's how it works. You need to learn soft skills. You need to learn that, you see, your service that you offer, to that service, you need to have business acumen. You need to start thinking of your skill and service as a business, and there's a way to approach a business. So, for example, I still do it anyway, but I teach against it. But I do it because I do it intentionally for another reason that is not business related. Now, you can do something, if you are treating it as a business, you won't always do it for free. You know, people that always want you to do things that you can do for free. I do that to people too sometimes, just because maybe I can't pay them what I think they are worth, right? So I don't pay. I just take them as volunteers. But you see, when you start treating things as a business, there are things you will not do for free. There are things you will charge for, not because you can't do them for free, but because it's a business you are running, and everything is not for show. Everything is not for show. Everything is not free. Maybe you are paying for space, for example, and there's one friend that's always bringing you close to so for free. That person doesn't like you. I'm serious. Person doesn't like. It cannot. I'm not saying you cannot sue for them for free. In fact, if they're your friend and you never sue for them for free, what kind of friend are you? But the truth is, they cannot expect you to always do it for free. It doesn't make any sense. There are people that they don't know how to say no to their friends and family. So when they sell things, I know why I'm laughing. I won't tell you why I'm laughing. They end up giving it out for free, and then they have to start all over. I know many people like that, I can assure you. And that's why they are not running businesses now. You need to learn the business acumen, because there's a business side to things. There are people, for example, that on this call that you don't like to charge money. Maybe because you just learn that thing personally, privately. You didn't really have to pay for it. So you feel indebted to people because you have that skill, because you feel it's a gift that you have. So why should you charge people for what you got for free? Well, it's good. But you see, if you want to make money, you cannot think like that. You need to think like a businessman. You need to learn how to charge people money. Have you ever wondered how you go to the market and somebody charges you one ridiculous amount for something that you know that this thing is not worth it, but you need it and you still pay for it? It's business acumen. You need to learn it. You need to learn how to adapt to changing environment. And finally, on this slide, you need to learn how to align your skill with your passion and purpose. It's a blessed thing that your skill is around with the things you are passionate about. I tell people that if what you do to earn money is not where your passion lies, it's not a problem if you start there, but you must not stop there. You can actually have a skill and use it to fund your passion. Yeah, there are people that do jobs on the side, and the only reason why they are doing that jobs on the side is because they have another thing that is their core passion that they need to make money to support. All right, you must always find a way to align your skill with your passion and purpose, because at the end of it all, if you make all the money and there's no fulfillment in your heart, it's wasted time. It's wasted time. So when you learn how to align your skill with your passion and your purpose, then you have something extra. Even as you make money, you have fulfillment. All right. So let's now move to the meat of the matter, the business side of things. The business side of things. If you are still with me, can you just type on the chat, I am skillful and I am not stupid? And I'll tell you why I'm telling you to type that. You know why? There are many skillful people that the way they approach their skill, sometimes you just look at them and say, this person is not wise. You're not wise. You are very skillful, but you're not wise. But can you say, I'm skillful and I'm not stupid? All right? I'm sorry I don't have a better choice of word than stupid, yeah? I'm skillful and I am not stupid, yeah. Thank you for the responses. Awesome. So that means we are following. So let's look at the business side of things. No matter where you are at, no matter what skill you have, no matter what service you have to offer, you need to learn the business side of it. All right? And in 2019, we had a conference in Abeokuta. Selling without apology. It was a conference for writers. Selling without apology was the theme of that conference. And while I was preparing these slides, you know, that word just kept ringing in my head that, you see, you need to learn how to sell without apology. In fact, what I first wanted to title this slide was selling like a hawker, HAWKER. For me, I respect people that hawk. I'm telling you, I respect them a lot. I've always respected them since when I was small. You know why? I don't think I can do it. I don't think I'm that bold to carry something on my head and be moving from street to street, shouting at the top of my voice, calling attention to myself. I can hide behind a camera, I can hide behind the screen, I can hide behind my words and just write. But you see, that putting their face to that thing that they do, I respect it. That's why I say I appreciate them. I respect what hawkers do. You know why? They are bold about their crafts. And that's why I'm saying that, see, you need to be bold about what you do legitimately. You cannot be apologizing to people for a skill that you have. That's what puts food on your table. So don't apologize about it. Don't. I was speaking to somebody recently, and I was saying to them, why don't you send broadcast messages about what you do anymore? And I was like, because he doesn't feel that, he doesn't want to disturb people, right? And I'm like, it's what you do. You are trying to do this thing to earn money. Send it to them. The only thing is you can put a caveat. If this thing is disturbing for you and you want me to stop, please let me know. That's how I send my broadcast. I try to put it as often as possible that if you're not comfortable receiving a broadcast from me, please let me know. I will not be angry. But you see that I will not send it to you when you don't tell me. It's a lie. It's my hustle. I'm bold about it. I will not run away from telling you about it. You all know those people that annoy you on your status that you have probably muted their updates. Those people that post clothes every single time, post bags and shoes every time. Yeah. Even me, I don't look at their status. But one thing that you cannot take away from those people is that they are bold about their craft. It's just that they are not wise about their craft, because that's not how to do it, right? But this boldness thing is also important. All right. People need what you now. There's another side where this selling without apology comes to play. That I like to start conversations around what I do so that people can know that this is what I do. Oh, I'm a writer. In fact, even though I'm a physiotherapist, more often than not, because I'm looking for more jobs around writing all of the time, I prefer to introduce myself more these days as I am a writer. So people will now say, what do you write? Yes, I prefer it. It's actually classier to say I'm a physiotherapist, because half of the time people don't know what a physiotherapist does, and it looks like a really big word. So they're like, physiotherapist. Some people, if they want to hide their ignorance, they just say, amazing. They don't know. Some will say, which one is that one? Is it like doctor? What do they do? Different reactions. But you see, even though that in quotes may be seemingly more prestigious to some people, I would rather tell you I'm a writer, because I want you to know I'm a writer. In case somebody comes and meets you next day and says to you, I'm looking for a writer, you remember that I told you yesterday that I am a writer. So sell without apology. If people need what you're offering, if they don't need what you're offering, then you should not even be offering it in the first place. All right. If you're offering a service that nobody needs, then just pack shop and stop today. After this call, go and look for something else to do. If you're selling something that nobody needs, just stop selling it and find another house. But you see, if that thing is something that people need and you know that they need it, then you must be bold about telling people that you can offer that service to them. You must be bold about it. You must enter people's DMs and say, hey, just trying to remind you that just in case you meet anybody that needs this, and this. Yeah. That survey that I was telling you that we are doing currently, that we're still looking for about 20 more responses. One of the things that I'm seeing from it is that most people on that platform that have been responding to that survey, most of their clients have come through people that knew about what you do. But you are not bold about what you do, and you expect clients to come. So learn how to sell without apology. Don't apologize for your legitimate hustle. Don't. Be bold about it. Be bold about talking about what you do. Be bold about marketing what you do. Even if people don't like it, be bold about it. All right? Now, let's move on. Now, these are two images. This image with this woman I don't know. Yeah, you can see my cursor. This woman here showing these two people things. I wish I had found a better picture, but I'll just explain what I'm trying to show you. Now, there are two kinds of things I want to introduce you to. This is where I'm going to really spend time close so that we can take questions. All right. Yes, so that we can take questions. I think I've spent about 40 minutes, if I'm right, if my tracking is right. So I'll still spend about maybe 30 more minutes thereabout. I think if I'm wrong with those timings, then Big Sam, you can just text me. Yeah. All right. So there are two approaches that I teach to client acquisition. Two approaches. And you see, the day I realized it changed everything about how I get clients. It changed absolutely everything. And as many people as have cared to listen, I've taught them the same. I've not been hiding it, because I was just sitting down one day when I realized, oh, okay, this thing actually works not just for these people that are doing it, but for every kind of person. Some people earlier said they stay in Lagos. Now, even if you don't stay in Lagos, some of us have been to markets, all kinds of markets around us. Now, you know those people that immediately you get to the market, they are coming to meet you. Let me give an example. If you go to Yaba Market, bros, I get gin. Bros, waiting you want buy, back day. Waiting you want buy, waiting you want buy. Have you met people like that? If you have met people like that, you can just type yes, yes, yes. Just let me know if you've met people like that. As you get to the market, they are saying, bros, auntie, what do you want to buy? Auntie, uncle, what do you want to buy? They don't know what you want to buy, but you see, they are all over you. Or let me even use you are at the bus stop, and then there is one person, you are just getting to the bus stop. He doesn't even know where you are going, and he's trying to drag you into their bus, and you are wondering, oh God, I'm not going to Oshodi, I'm going to this other place and all that. Yeah. Now, hold that concept in your mind. Sometimes you will follow some of those people, don't you? Sometimes you follow sometimes you don't. Sometimes they annoy you and like, oh God, leave me, and you just want to go to your own place. But sometimes some of us, we follow those people. We end up patronizing them. And the funny thing is, some of them don't even sell those things that we end up needing. What will they tell you? They'll tell you, my guy, they sell them there. And every time they do that, what you don't know is that they will get their call too. Yeah, because that's the way to sell, right? That's one way to sell. Hold that thought. But look at ShopRite on this side here. What does ShopRite do that is different from what those guys do? They package themselves in one location. If I can ask, they do a few ads. At least I've seen a few. How many times have you seen a ShopRite ad? How many times? How often have you seen a ShopRite ad? Yet they get people coming on a regular basis, right? What did they do that is different from what these other people do? They package themselves, branded themselves, spread news about that brand so much so that even people that have not gone there, they have it in their head that they want to visit ShopRite one day. And some people say, oh, they sell their things cheaper. There are supermarkets near your house that their things are cheaper than ShopRite. But some people will prefer to go to a ShopRite. I'm just using ShopRite. It's not just ShopRite that does this. Many big supermarkets, this is what they do, right? That you rather buy from the supermarket than enter into the market. They are both. I have one near my house. I have a supermarket just a few meters from my house, and then there's a market just opposite the supermarket, a wide market. But you see, many times I would rather enter that supermarket first. Why? I would rather not go and spend time walking through the market, and I'll just go straight to that supermarket. Now, you see, these two concepts are the two concepts you must know and practice if you want to monetize your skill to the maximum. Why? Because the marketing that works is like a coin. It has two sides. Good marketing is like a coin that has two sides. Those are the two sides I just showed you now. One part of that coin is called outbound marketing. The other part of that coin is called inbound marketing. Outbound marketing, inbound marketing. So let me just give you a trial. Which one do you think is outbound marketing? Which one do you think is inbound marketing? Let me see if people will eat it. Which one of these two things I just showed you is outbound marketing? Which one is inbound marketing? I'm not seeing responses yet. Is it the okay? Inbound is Yaba. Love it. Okay. Somebody says inbound is Yaba. The other person says inbound is ShopRite. Somebody says okay. Two people say inbound is ShopRite. Somebody says outbound is ShopRite. Abidemi says is that first one the Yaba guy that is outbound. ShopRite is outbound. Okay. So it's clear that people have different ideas about which one is outbound, which one is inbound. I'm hoping that by the time we are done, you will be sure which one is outbound marketing and which one is inbound marketing. Because the truth is, you must know how to do the two. If I can quickly answer it before we get into it, I would say that those who call, I don't know, I can't see myself again. All right, am I still visible and audible? I think my network went off for a bit. All right, thank you, Abidin. Thank you. I don't want anybody to miss anything because we're getting to the area that is very, very important. All right. So, you see those ones who call out to you and who are ready to drag you into their shop, that's actually outbound. And those whose shops attract you and make you turn aside, even sometimes that's not where you're going, but they make you turn aside. That is inbound marketing. And I'm saying to you this evening that for whatever skill you have, for whatever service you have to offer, you need to learn the two. You need to learn the two. You need to learn how to apply the two. Right. So let's get into that very briefly. I think I have about 3 more slides. Yeah. And then we'll be done. But I'm going to spend time on them, even though I didn't put a lot into this slide. Now, as you can read, outbound marketing, just think outbound. Marketing that is outside focused. Marketing that is focused on you reaching as many people as possible. Now, there is a sense in which cold calls can actually be both, and I understand that, but I'm choosing to treat cold calls as cold calls is outbound marketing when you're doing it to a large number of people at the same time, generic, right? Same thing with email marketing. Okay, but let me not jump ahead of myself to say that, see, you need to know how to put what you do before a lot of people. All right, you need to learn how to do that. And that's what outbound marketing is essentially about. It's not a difficult concept because you see it all around you. So let me give you an example. One of the companies that I know that spends a lot on ads, even till now, is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. They're always putting their brand image all around you, in front of you. They're always sponsoring this, sponsoring that, sponsoring this. Their own is PR, actually. It's public relations. Yeah, but there's a little more to public relations. I don't want to bore with some of the complexities of these things. Now, I'm going to introduce us to this concept for this webinar, this edition of the webinar. Maybe subsequent editions will delve deeper into some of these things. But you see Coca-Cola, they want a large number of people to know about their brand. And you will be wondering, people already know about Coca-Cola. But you see, there is something, I've been seeing it everywhere since I came across that terminology about 2 weeks ago. It's called choice architecture. Choice architecture. It's something in behavioral psychology. And it's essentially that I can influence your choices by the things I put around you. That's what choice architecture is. We use it in content marketing too. That I can make you do something even without telling you to do that thing. I will not say it, but you will still do it, and that will be what I want you to do. And it's not that I will manipulate you. You will by yourself. Let me give you an example. Everybody I've given this example to recently, they used to laugh. I said, and I heard it from someone. It's not even original to me. The person explained it. I said, Have you ever wondered, until I read about it and I realized that that's actually the strategy. Have you ever wondered why Wise, maybe like ShopRite, I'm going to use them because they do it. Have you ever wondered why big supermarkets like to put their bread at the back? I know for one that one of the major reasons I go to the supermarket is I want to buy fresh bread, hot bread, right? But you see, they won't put that bread, wise ones, not all of them are wise, but the ones that are wise, they won't put that bread anywhere. They'll put it at the back. Do you know why? So that when you are walking down through the aisles, seeing all the different fantastic things that they have to buy, is bread you came to buy, you will pick one thing that you did not plan to buy. Yes, that's choice architecture in play. That you came to the supermarket to only buy. I'm laughing because they've done it to me too many times. I came to buy only bread, but because you have lined many things that are very interesting, and I'm walking through that place when I'm going to pick up the bread, I will end up picking something that I did not plan to buy along the way. That's choice architecture. So I would think that it's because I saw it that, this thing, I've been looking for it now. Thank God, let me just buy it. I would think that, that's why I bought it. But actually, they made me buy it. If I did not see that thing, I would not have remembered that I needed it. But that's how it works. Can I show you another example of, what's it called now? Choice architecture in practice. Infinite scrolling. Infinite scrolling that is on most social media platforms now. Infinite scrolling. When you pick up your Instagram and you start to scroll, it will not stop. You will just keep going. It will keep refreshing your feed, refreshing your feed, refreshing your feed for as long as possible. You know what they are doing to you? They are trying to keep you there. It's a very refined plan. When there was no infinite scrolling, people spent platforms. But you see, the moment infinite scrolling was introduced, people spend hours, and they do is that time has gone. I've spent 2 hours, and it's choice architecture. That they know that if you don't have to click see more, the thing automatically loads for you. When you have to click it, you will get to a point you will not click it again. But if you are just scrolling and the thing is just going, you will not realize that I've spent a lot of time here. That's the same thing Coca-Cola is doing for you. That just by keeping the information about Coca-Cola around you, you will want to buy a drink one day, and the first thing that will come to your mind is Sheni Coke. Except you've had a bad experience with Coke, you probably say Sheni Coke. I'm telling you, encrypted. You will say you want to spend 5 minutes, and you'll have spent 5 hours. Sheni Coke. That's what they are doing. So they're targeting a large number of people at the same time with that message. They are leaving a message in your mind, leaving an impression in your mind. And you see, you want to make money from your business, you need to learn how to do this too. You need to learn how to gather people's emails and just send them messages about what you do. Unfortunately, I'm learning that Nigerians still have a very poor email culture. So maybe not emails, learn how to get people's numbers, phone numbers. You need to learn it and send them messages periodically about what you do. You need to do ads sometimes. I was asking all of those business owners how many of them did ads in the last month. I think just about 3 ran ads in the last month. And funny enough, those people actually got clients from those ads, but we'll come back to that. I'm saying that there is a place for this outbound thing where you are just all out, reaching out, sending direct DMs to people. Well, direct outreach, through cold calls. No, they are not telling you they need your service, but you are reaching out to them. All right, you are sending mails to people. That's how to even apply for jobs. Even if you are not a business skill person. I heard from an HR personnel one time. He said that 70%. In fact, they say, I've read so many statistics about this. They say that the jobs that pay the most are never advertised. I hope you know that the jobs that pay the most, they are never advertised. So how do people get there? Sometimes by referral, yes, but also sometimes by direct outreach. Such that how I like to look for jobs, which we'll get to in a minute, is to apply for companies that are not telling me they are looking for jobs. They are looking for people to employ. And show them that I'm valuable. I'm the guy you need that you don't know you need. That's how it works. I am the guy you need that you don't know you need. And it's always beautiful. But we'll come back to that in a bit. So inbound marketing. Let me tie things up now. Inbound marketing. You have a business, you have a service, you want to make money with it. You must learn how to let them come and find you. You see, if you are the one trying to reach out to them, they will dictate the price for your service. But if they are the ones that come and find you, you can be rest assured that before they came to meet you, they had researched about you. They at least have some level of trust in what you do, so you can charge them more. The people I charge more are the people that come to find me themselves. If I'm the one that goes to find them, sometimes I need to lower my, my standards to say, maybe we should just collect this from you from now until you see the quality of my work, right? And then we can build up from there. But if they're the ones that find me, I found out at least in the years I've been learning from my writing, that the ones that find me are the ones that pay me more. And that's the way it works for every gift, every service, every skill that you want to monetize. Learn. I like the fact that a lot of people said earlier, branding is what ShopRite did. Yes. And packaging is what they did. Yes. You can learn to do the same thing as a business owner, as a skill owner. You can learn to do the same thing. It starts from how you use social media. That's why I included social media marketing here. It's sad. Well, should I say sad? It's concerning. Sad is too strong a word. It's concerning that in 2024, there are brand owners that don't use their social media to generate leads. It's very interesting that you want to generate leads from the 100 people, 200 people that are on your contact list. And yet you're wondering why sometimes sales seem dull. Sometimes it seems like things are not moving as fast as they can. When there is a social media platform there that allows people that are not in your circle to access you, but you are not using it. You're only using social media to post your selfie. Your selfie is good. You are fine. We will like your picture. But you see, that skill that you have, we will not be able to bring business to you because there is nothing about you or nothing about your business out there that we are seeing. You need to be leveraging on social media in 2024 if you want to monetize your skill. Yes. I have seen so many people get jobs on. Let me tell you a story. The first social media platform I managed, that was when I was still trying to learn social media management. So this was way back in 2017. I think it was 2017, 2018. Yeah. So I just started to run. It was before all these event decorators started to use social media. It was way before, way long ago. So I used to handle this social media page. I wanted to learn. So what I did was I told my friend that, can I use his brand? So he was an event. He's still doing it. Event decorator. He had not started doing event planning at that time. He was just a decorator. Yeah, I knew when he started his business he bought one clothes with his pocket money for the month, one drip. Now, we started to do that thing on social media. We just post our works, package it, take pictures. We're deliberate about taking pictures. We'll use Snapseed. It was Snapseed that time that we used to write our name on the picture. We'll just post. Occasionally, we'll run ads, right? And then one day, we get a DM. And it was Mama Dohoy. And they said that December, they had a project. They wanted to decorate some roundabouts in Ibadan. And they were wondering if it was something that we could do. Of course, we had not done that before that time. They wanted lights. They wanted a few things. And we're like, yes, we can do that. But we would like to know what your budget is for. And, it was ridiculous, the amount. I mean, it was ridiculously a lot. It was a lot, at least compared to what we were still charging that time for decorating for people. It was a lot. But you see how they, and then we asked them, please, how did you find us? Said they were searching for people that have this skill, and they searched on social media, on Instagram, and that's how they sent us a message. We did not have to lobby, we didn't have to pay anybody. They came to look us for us themselves, and we don't even have to stress to get that deal. Social media market. Let me tell you about. it's still my highest paying job. I work for a company in Tel Aviv, Israel, and I learned about this a while back. So I prepared my LinkedIn profile. If you check my LinkedIn profile now, my LinkedIn profile is going through a transition. I'm trying to change it into something else. So it's not converting as much currently until I do that. Now, I presented my profile as I'm a physiotherapist and I am a writer. So this lady comes into my DM randomly and says, "Hi, Mr. Babafemi, we are in need of a physiotherapist that writes, and we saw that your profile says that you are one. Is this something you are interested in?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm interested in, but I will need to know what your offer is, how much you are paying, blah, 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 blah." And then they tell me this amount. And you see, at that time, they were the first ones that actually made me know that, see, I needed to move away from Nigerian clients. I didn't even think that I was that valuable until they offered me that amount. And I'm like, this is a lot. I'm like, well, I'll get back to you. I can package you, forget that one. Sorry, we're switching to lights. I've been on generator for a while. The light is going to come back on in a bit. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. We just had to switch to NEPA lights. All right. So I was saying that. So this woman reaches out to me out of it, and I realized that, oh God, so I'm this valuable. I never knew it up until that time. And the moment I realized it, I took that job. That was November 2021. I still work for them. Yeah. Our relationship has transitioned. In fact, I've been trying to get an editor job with them, but they want me to work full time, and you can't make me work full time yet. Even though I told them, oh yeah, now let's do it, let's try it. But I'll still work because that one will pay me more money. But let's come back to class. I'm saying they found me because I had packaged myself on social media as a physiotherapist that writes. You remember what I said earlier about your unique combination? That was my unique combination. Because they believe in expert writing. They don't believe that anybody can write for them. So if they have bankers that write for them about banking, they have accountants that write for them about things related to accounting. So with them, they like to employ people that are experts in that field because that has a part in Google rankings and all of that. But let me not bore you with all of that stuff. I'm saying that how I got that job is that I packaged myself on social media as a physiotherapist that writes. The only thing that we see on social media cannot be that you are Abba's beloved. If you want to make money from your skill, we know that you are Abba's beloved, and it's good. See, I'm saying this carefully because I pastor a church. It is good that you are Abba's beloved, though. I don't have an issue. Abba's baby girl is very beautiful, but you see, you have a skill. If you want to keep your personal account personal, maybe that may be a way for you to go, and then you will have a business profile. But that you will not talk about what you do on social media, you will be in error. You'll be wasting an opportunity that you have. And I'm staying on this social media marketing because I want to believe that every one of us uses social media. But I've seen that a lot of people only use social media for personal purposes. It doesn't work like that. You need to package yourself for the kind of opportunities you want to attract. And I'm going to tell you a simple way to do this. You have a skill, you have a service, search for 5 people. Well, 5 is small, actually. If you want to do it well, 20 is the number I see. But you can start with 10. Search for 10 people that do what you do online and make money from what you do. There you see that whatever it is that they're doing, check their individual profiles, check what they post, check how they post, check the hashtags they use. Go to another person's profile, check what they do, check how they do it, check the hashtags they use. Combine all of that knowledge together, create your own profile, and start doing what they are doing. There is a book I have here. Where is it? I can't see it. Sorry, I have a lot of books. I'm just trying to find it. Still Like an Artist. But that book is Still Like an Artist. Much of the things you will start out to do when it comes to marketing, you will have to learn it by copying others. All right, so there's nothing wrong in imitation. I wanted to show you the book. I'll have just shown you on the screen, but I can't locate it right now. It's a lot. Sorry. It's good to read too. There's a part for that, but it's not today. So, thank God there is somebody that knows that book. Still Like an, you need to learn how to imitate people, and that's a good way to do it because they are already doing something that is working for them. So just speak it directly, copy it, and start to do it. Of course, you will also now incorporate your own unique selling points, the thing that is unique about what you do. All right, you will still incorporate it, but you see, you may not start out knowing it. That's how I created my profile my LinkedIn profile when I started out. Right, I looked at that time it was even writers I was looking for. I looked at writers and I saw, this person was a writer and this, and I decided to package my profile like that. In fact, when I wanted to generate my bio, I didn't write it myself. What I did was I looked at this person's profile. I looked at the bio. There was a line I liked. I copied that line. I put it down in a Google document. I looked at another person's own. I liked the way he phrased something. I copied that paragraph. I put it down. I looked at another person's own. So I picked elements from different people's thing. I now looked at it and I said, okay, so now how do I harmonize this thing together so it makes sense? And then I did it. It was unique because I didn't plagiarize. I didn't copy it word for word. I changed it. I rearranged it. I made it suit my own person. But still at the base of it, I copied it. Yeah. So don't say, I don't know how to copy those that have gone ahead, that have done the same things that you want to do, that are doing what you are doing. Except nobody on earth has done it. In which case, you can find somebody that has done something similar that you can adapt. They don't need to have done exactly what you want to do. All right, that's where you start. Whether it's Instagram, TikTok. I know you know how to dance, and I don't know how to dance. But you see, use that dance to sell your service. As you are doing that challenge, put your service somewhere there so that when they come and they see your video, they won't just like it because you danced well. There will be people that will like it because you dance well, but that will also be interested in the service that you have to offer. Social media marketing. Content marketing. I define content marketing. I need to round up now. All right. I define content marketing as selling without selling. It's in content marketing that you really use trace architecture. So I infuse a lot of copywriting into content marketing, where I show you a pain problem and I tell you how to solve it by patronizing me. I didn't tell you that, you have to, but I just do that. I tell you there's a problem, and you see, this is how to solve that problem. And that problem is what I do. Eventually, you read that thing and realize, if this person is the one that helped me identify the problem and the solution to my problem, why don't I just patronize them to solve my problem for me? It's that simple. Does that make any sense to anybody? There's this problem I have. I tell you about the problem. And I paint it in such a picture. You're like, this person knows exactly what I'm going through. Yes. And then I get you to a point where you're like, finally somebody that understands. So, but what do we do? And then I tell you how to solve it. That thing I'm telling you about how to solve it is what I do. And then I just put it there. You know what will happen? You begin to trust me as the person that has the solution to your problem. Right? You begin to follow me because I have the solution to your problem. And eventually, when I put up a service, a product around that thing that is your problem, you are going to come and buy from me. let me give you an example of how this works in a practical sense. Business owners, small business owners have design needs. Small business owners have design needs. Yes, they are learning how to use Canva. They are learning how to use Canva. And you don't use Canva to design. Your designs are more excellent than that, right? But you're now teaching them how to do this on Canva, how to do that on Canva, how to do this on Canva. I'm trying to bring a practical sense to it. Yeah? Or you're a photographer. You're a photographer and you are teaching people, don't pose like this when you want to take your food pictures. Maybe somebody has a food business. Say, don't put your food like this and take videos of your food like this. Do it like this. Don't pose like this when you want to take your personal pictures or your selfies. Do it like this instead. And the person does it and it makes sense. The person does it and it makes sense. When the person needs a photographer, who do you think they're going to think of first? It's you. It's not deep. It's just what it is. It's you. All right. So you are providing solutions. You are just helping people. You are educating. You are informing, but you are also marketing your services indirectly. All right. That's content marketing, and you need to have a platform where you are doing this. You can do this on your social media as well. LinkedIn allows a lot of this. Maybe not so much, but you do it on Instagram too. There's just a way. Just infuse content marketing into your social media strategy, and boom, you are doing two things with one. You are killing two birds with one stone. All right. So content marketing. There's more on this. But search engine optimization is about helping yourself to be found easily on search engines. I was looking for a very simple definition for search engine optimization. Most of us, when we search for things on Google, we the first page. Yeah. So search engine optimization is about making sure that whatever it is that you put on the internet, it appears on that first page. Because once it appears on that first page, a lot of people are likely to see it. Many of them are going to be interested in what you do, and some of them are going to patronize you. Look at it. A lot of people will see it. Many of them will be interested in you. Some of them will patronize you, right? And I would want to say that, a blog may be needed in this aspect. A landing page for your services may be needed, but it's not even necessary. A Medium account works. Even ranks high. Medium ranks really high. When you begin to publish consistently on Medium, you can go really high on specific topics. LinkedIn ranks really high. LinkedIn results appear on Google search engines. So publishing on LinkedIn for your business, for your service, it can make you rank really high. And when people know that, this guy is good at this thing, they're going to come and patronize you. All right. So I think I'm just going to stop at this point and say finally that skill. This is my strategy for monetizing your skill. This is the summary of everything I've said in this session. Develop your skill. Build multiple skills. Learn to sell without apology. That's my SWA. And then learn how to market your skills, the outbound way, the inbound way. And what will happen is SSM. Who can guess what SSM means? SSM. It's also skill SWA marketing. Yeah. But anybody wants to tell me what it means? What else it means? Okay, people are raising hands. Maybe one person wants to unmute and just tell me what they think it means. Apart from obviously skill, SWA, and marketing. Okay, skill set marketing. I like that. Skill, sale, and market. I like that. Anybody else? Well, the idea is that you can mean anything you want it to mean. All right. But mine has money. That M is money, but let me not bore you with it. Just know it as SSM. I don't know why I just feel like I should keep that myself. Selling, skill, and marketing. Well, whatever you call it, that is what it is. But you see, the right mix for monetizing your skill is to develop that skill, learn a few more skills around that skill, learn how to sell without apology, be bold about, confident about it, and learn and implement. Don't just learn it, implement outbound marketing and inbound marketing in what you do. I'm going to say thank you for listening. Thank you for following this session. And now I'm going to take questions if you have any. All right. So thank you. I'm going to mute my microphone and allow Big Sam to take over from here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Femi. Thank you so much. Please, can we give him a round of applause? Please let us come to the chat section and type thank you, Mr. Baba Femi. Let us type thank you, Mr. Baba Femi. Mr. Baba Femi, please, if you can display your website, please display your website. If you can just pull up your website real quick and display your website. Definitions by adebajo.com. If you can copy the link and put it in the chat section here so that people can see and follow you on your website. All right. If you can drop your social media account so that people can follow you as well. Oh, thank you so much for the amazing section. I've learned a whole lot. In fact, some things is like you were shooting direct arrow at my situation. It's like you were shooting direct arrows at my situation. You know, there is a saying that if you have a lamp, if you have a light, and you put it under the bed, there is no way that light will serve its purpose. That light cannot serve its purpose if you hide it under the bed. In order for that light to serve its purpose, you have to bring it out and put it at the very top of the counter so that it will radiate and everybody will see its beauty. If you know how to do something and nobody knows that you can do this thing, trust me, you are going to remain broke. Nobody will be able to find you. You see, me myself in my businesses, I'm lacking in outbound marketing. Of course, I do a whole lot of inbound marketing. I spend hundreds of thousands of naira every single month on advertisement. But you see that outbound marketing, I don't do it all the time because I used to feel shy. I don't like disturbing people, as you have said. I don't like disturbing people as well. I would rather just do advertisement and allow people to come to me. But now, everybody, see, I will disturb everybody. My status and all of you, you will see. You won't see me finish. You understand? Thank you so much for for enlightening us, right? See, we won't grieve for anybody. Anybody that does not want to see your status, they should mute you. Let them meet you, but we are going to post what we do. Do you understand? We are going to post what we do, right? Please, who can give a short summary of everything that Mr. Femi has taught us today? Who can give a short summary of what Mr. Femi has taught us today? A very short summary, please. If you can just go ahead and type it out and put it in the chat section. All right, type it out and put it in the chat section. And if you have any questions, please start preparing your questions. I'm only going to take 5 questions. All right. Immediately after we are done with the question and answer, I'm going to announce the winners of our 2 gigabytes. Right, the first, the first 25 persons. I already have their names. I'm going to post it here so that everybody can see. You can see your name, and you'll be able to go to admin's DM to request for your gift. All right, the phone number in which you are going to contact to submit your phone number and get your gigabytes, I am going to send it. It's going to be sent to us right here. That's number 1. And number 2, the lucky people that are going to get the 100,000 naira, business sponsorship, we are also going to send the procedure. Mr. Babafemi has created the question in which, the question in which you guys are going to answer. Mr. Babafemi has created it. Do you understand? Let me tell you something. Some of you, as you are listening to this thing, you are not jotting down. I pity you. I told you that these things, the questions that we are going to give to you will be from the lecture that you just received. All right, we have received the lecture right now. You did not jot anything down. You don't even remember what they have given you. So now, when we give you exam question to do now, well, I don't know. Right, please, if you have any questions, I want you to start preparing it right now. Now, I'm going to take just 5 people. The first 5 persons to type "I have a question" in the chat section, they are the people that I'm going to choose. So start right now. The first 5 persons to type "I have a question," those are the people that I'm going to choose. I have David Adeyeye, I have Amao Boluwatife, I have Temia Fly, I have Omo Wisdom, I have Omo Yegben Wisdom. Please don't mind me. I have 4 questions already. The last person, I have Stephanie Chika. All right, I have Stephanie Chika. So these are the 5 persons in which I am going to be calling. All right, so you are going to unmute your microphone and you are going to talk to me. You understand? So I'm going to be giving you opportunity to unmute your microphone right now. So you unmute your microphone and you are going to talk to Mr. Femi. You understand? So, David Adeyeye, please start preparing yourself. David Adeyeye, please start preparing yourself. All right, start preparing yourself. You should be able to unmute yourself right now. Mr. David, are you there? Please unmute your microphone and talk to me.
Big sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please
Can you hold on
wait.
for 1 minute? I want to confirm. Do we want to take all the questions together or one after the other so that we'll manage time?
Yeah, one after the other, sir. Right? One after the other.
Okay.
I think that would be better. Right?
All right.
So, but please keep your question very short. 30 seconds. Ask your question in 30 seconds. No stories. Do you understand? So, Mr. David, you can go.
All right, sir. Good evening, sir. Please, what do you? I'm a web and graphic designer. I help small businesses, give them a visual facelift. So, what do you recommend as an outbound strategy, Facebook marketing wise, using Facebook groups? Will you recommend that as a good marketing strategy for the business I'm involved with?
Web and graphic designer, right? Is that what I heard you say?
Yes, sir.
You know what's coming to my mind as my first response? Sorry, I'm a Yoruba man for those that don't understand Yoruba, and I speak my language well. It is called Onokon Owoja. You see, one of the things that we will also need to learn, and thank you for asking that fantastic question, is that the fact that something works for somebody does not mean it will necessarily work for you. But you see, how you will learn the right combination of the things that work for you is by trying it out. So what I would say, which is actually a safe answer I like to give, is which one have you tried? Did it work?
I've tried Facebook marketing strategy.
Did it work?
At the moment, no, it hasn't.
Okay. Now, if you've tried something and it does not work, it may mean that you need to change that strategy. It may mean that maybe you're not even doing that strategy properly. All right. But personally, because it is visual in nature, it will help to use a platform that is visual. Instagram, in my opinion, Instagram will be a better platform for you. TikTok, even though it's video, will be an even better platform for you. Imagine, and okay, maybe one more thing I will say to you is that, most people are afraid to give value because they think that if I give out the value, which is what I do, how will people patronize it? But I know a company, they give out. In fact, let me use, I can't remember the name of that particular company, but let me use another company. I just remember Neil Patel. Now, if you follow Neil Patel is like a master in marketing. In fact, there's another guy, I just remember this name. I'm going to just show you a book. This is Sell Like Crazy. Sabri Subri. I know this guy does a lot of Facebook marketing and all. Now, these guys, if you go to their platforms and you follow their platforms, you will learn virtually everything they have to learn through their website, through the things they post. And yet, they have courses. Now, how I knew this was that I came across the course content from one of their courses that is hosted and paid for. And you see, almost everything that I have learned by following them, like back to back, is what they teach in those courses, but at an intense level. Now, what they do is they give complete value to you. They give you so much value that when they tell you that, see, I have a course on this same thing I've been telling you, and this course is just going to be for a limited time, and I'm going to charge you $599. Those courses, within 1 week, they're always sold out. You know why? People have I've received so much value from them that they're like, if I've received this much value for free, how much more value will I get if I pay for their courses? Right? So it is so possible that as a website designer, as a graphic designer, you give people so much value with what you already do that by the time they are coming, by the time you tell them you have a class and you want to teach them this thing, you will now be making more money from teaching that thing than more money than you are even making from the service itself. All right, so that's one way I like to think of it. All right, so beautiful thing that you do, I would say TikTok and Instagram to answer your question directly, but those are my explanations for choosing that. So thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Please mute your microphone. Sorry, I'll just spend about 30 seconds to say something, to address you, Mr. David Adeyeye. So I think I have a little bit of experience in that regard because I run a web design agency here in Lagos as well. And I can tell you categorically that you are not going to get one single client from Facebook advertisements. Don't do it. Trust me, in 2020, I wasted a whole lot of money on Facebook advertisement. I don't recommend it anymore. In fact, I have already updated my, my web design, and I removed Facebook advertisement. Facebook advertisement only work for to make people understand that this is what you do, but not necessarily to get clients. Do you understand? In fact, you will get, if you want to use Facebook to get clients, go and join groups. Do you understand? Go and join groups. All these business, small small business groups, right? Go and join a whole lot of small business groups, a whole lot of entrepreneurship groups. Go and join them. Do you understand? And make sure you brand yourself in that group as a web designer. So in that way, you can get some things out of Facebook. Do you understand? But stay away from Facebook. Instagram is even better. Instagram is better for you to post your portfolio, to post the things you have designed, right? Such that when people want to check you out, they can see that, okay, this person is actually doing something. But don't expect it to be a consistent source of getting, of getting clients. See, this thing that I'm telling you what I learned through consistent wastage of money and consistent pain. Do you understand? The only place where you can get consistent clients is via just one platform. Just one platform that has worked for me personally, tested and trusted, is via Google search. Invest in, number one, SEO, invest in Google search advertisement. Do you understand? And localize it. Don't say you want to do Google search for entire Nigeria. If you are doing it for entire Nigeria, you are not going to get good results. Do you understand? Do it for your locality. Where do you stay? If you stay in Lagos around maybe Ajah, only do Google search for Ajah. Number one, you're going to spend less on advertisement because you are localizing it. And when people actually want to meet you, because majority of your clients will want to meet you, you are meeting them online, so they don't trust you. They might want to arrange a physical meeting so that you can meet with them. Do you understand? Invest in SEO. Make sure you have a solid portfolio. Invest in SEO and also invest in Google advertisement. Do you understand? So if you try this in a month and it doesn't work for you, come and slap me. I will slap you back, but then I'm confident in what I'm saying. Do you understand? I've built a multi-million, naira web design agency in Lagos with what I just told you right now. So it works. It works. All right. Congratulations. I mean, because I just caught soup for you. So yeah, let's have our second question. Our second question is Amao Boluwatife. Amao Boluwatife, are you there? Please unmute your microphone and talk to me. Amao Boluwatife, are you there? Is she there?
Yes, I'm there, sir.
I can't hear you, please. Can you speak up? Okay, very good, very good. You have the floor.
Hello?
You have the floor, Mr. Amao. You have the floor.
Okay, so my question is, how do you market and monetize your skill sets amidst people that are down the price? For example, there's a skill set worth 15,000 naira, but some people would rather call it 2,000, 3,000 just to make the money, and at the end of the day, they do works that are not satisfactory.
Okay, all right, sir. Did you get the question, sir?
Yeah, I think I got this question.
Okay. You have the floor, sir.
All right. I'm trying to look at the fastest way to answer this question. Now, is you know that I mentioned it earlier about somebody when I was giving the example of the person that is trying to get jobs and is. See, the truth is, there are always those that would rather patronize people that would cheap labor. Let me use that word. There are people that will patronize cheap labor, and if you're around people that are also willing to accept rubbish money for what they do, it's two things. Number one is that, okay, now I'm trying to see where you are coming from, whether those people you are saying are willing to do work for that amount are your friends, if that's the angle you're coming from, or from saying maybe in the market, in the niche you are, there are a lot of people that don't want to charge a lot, and you feel that your skill, the quality of your work is worth more. Now, the truth is, if the people around you, let me talk from the client perspective now. If the people around you are not willing to pay what you're willing to charge, that means they're not your client. That means you are targeting the wrong audience. and you need to find your audience. Because the truth is, whether you like it or not, or whether you know it or not, there are people that can pay premium for your service. There are people that will not even think twice when you tell them this is the amount I want to charge. All right. You just need to apply the things we have talked about so that they can find it. So I would say start by saying, who is my audience? Who is the kind of audience that I want to target? So for example, there's something I just started to implement last week. And I wish I had done it for a bit more time. I would have been able to show you results, but I think I can share it with you because before I started to implement it, I've been researching this thing for months now. I started targeting startups. Now, not early stage startups, but startups that are in expansion stage, meaning they have gotten some funding and now they are looking to expand. And I'm targeting them as a writer. You know what it's going to do? I'm meeting them at a point where they are going to start looking for writers. And because they have just gotten funding, they are going to be willing to allocate funding to that thing a little more than the early stage startup that is not even making money yet, that is running his business on his personal money. That one will be looking for cheap labor. It's not like they don't know that many times when they pay cheap labor, they may not get the quality for it. But it's just that they are hoping that they will stumble on somebody good that will also grow with them in the process. All right. So if that is not your audience, if what they are offering to pay, so for example, now I stopped when Indians got, just in case there's any Indian on this platform, I apologize, but it's my experience with Indians. Indians don't like to pay good money, and I don't blame them. Their economy too is bad. But you see, nowadays, if I get messages from Indians, leads from Indians, I am skeptical about it. Because apart from the fact that some of them are even frauds, Pakistan is more frauds. Some of they don't like to pay good money. So if you are a lead from money, I won't even answer you. I won't give you the time of day. If you are trying to waste my time, I won't even pay attention. I'll just probably tell you this is what I charge for this. If you're interested, let me know. I will just continue our conversation instead of trying to appease you to help you to understand what I'm going to do. I won't even explain anything. All right. So I'm saying that you need to target those that will value what you have to offer at the level you have to offer it. That's number one. Another thing you may need to do is to give free services, freemiums. Let me give you an example. I taught a few students freelance writing, and I told them how to get clients. I said they should go and look for brands, influencers actually. I told them influencers that they follow their page online and that they are not managing those people's pages well online. Then they should send an inbox to the person or try and reach out to the person through a comment on their post and say, they think that they like what they are doing on their page, but they think that if they can do this, and this, they will get better results. So there was one of them that sent an inbox to one of these people, and he said, "Oh, I saw that this was done on your page. It's good, and I think that this could also be added. This, and this." And you know the next thing that happened? The person didn't even try that strategy. The next message that person said is, "Good evening. How much do I need to pay you to start doing these things for me?" What happened to that person? He gave a free service to attract the attention of the person and immediately got an opportunity. All right. So you may need to create your own opportunities for yourself outside of that space where they are underpricing yourself. And sometimes you may need to learn to say no. Don't say because you are trying to survive, you will accept small jobs. You see, those same people that you accept rubbish price from, they are the same ones that will tell others that is the price he charged me. And then that person will not be willing to pay you because, after all, you did this thing for this person at this amount. In fact, sometimes I prefer to do pro bono for people than to charge them rubbish money. I'd rather tell you that I'm just doing this service for you for free. If I was charging you for this service, it is worth this amount. But I won't charge you because you can't pay my money. I'd rather you feel like you can't pay my money than you go and be telling people that, that guy, he doesn't even charge much for his design, so you can just pay him 2,000 naira. No, I would rather do it for you for free. Yeah. So sometimes you need to find your own audience that can pay for you. You may need to offer free value so that you can create opportunities for yourself. And you may need to learn to say no to people that underpay you so that you can focus on finding the people that will pay you. That would be my response. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that response. In fact, it is perfect. It is perfect because most of the time, people like us that we do that we deliver digital services, people want to price you anyhow. All right. Another strategy that I use in my business is that if I see that, and the only people that I use this kind of strategy with is if I feel that I might be able to gain more than this from you in the future. Right. Maybe not even maybe the money you are paying me right now is not even as significant as what I can gain from you in the future. Maybe probably I know that you have connections with big people, or maybe you yourself you have connections with companies in which you can mention my name, you can mention my business name in places even me myself have not been to, right? I will if the service if my service is 250,000 naira, I will write you an invoice of 250,000 naira, and then I will now put I will now put discount. I'll now write you a discount of maybe 100,000 naira or a discount of whatever amount. Even if I want to do it for you for free, I will write 250,000 naira and I'll write you a discount of 250,000 naira and I'll do it for free for you. So that you won't go and open your mouth somewhere else out there and say, yeah, that guy did it for me for free. No, he did not do it for you for free. He gave you a discount of 250,000 naira. And whatever you do as a digital person, always give an invoice. Do you understand? Go and learn how to use Canva. Always give an invoice. If you use mouth to tell someone it's 5K, it's 5K, they are going to treat you like it is 5K. Do you understand? Write an invoice, send it to their email. Don't send it to WhatsApp, send it to their email. I have forwarded the invoice to your email, sir. Let them go and check it in their email. It will seem professional that way. They won't treat you anyhow. They'll be telling you, yeah, collect 2K now, please now, yeah, will you collect 5K? Sorry, he's already going to argue with your email. It's already in your email. It's already on paper. Do you understand? We are not arguing price here. And also, as he has said, be ready to walk away. There are some deals that are not for you. Be ready to walk away. Or what I do is that when I see someone pricing me anyhow, pricing my business anyhow, I'll say, you know what? I have someone that I work with. I have someone that I trained in this thing. I will recommend that person to you to work with you at this particular price. But if you want me to work with you, I'm not going to take this, but I can recommend one of my students. Do not be like, no, I don't want your student to. I want you. And so if you want me, you pay this amount. You understand? So those are some of the things that we can do that will help you. But the invoice thing, it works, be doing invoice. Thank you. All right. Now, the next person, all right, all right, who is the next person? Who is the next person? Who is the next person on our question list? That is Temi Afolayan. Temi Afolayan. Is Temi Afolayan here? Temi Afolayan, can you hear me? Temi Afolayan, are you here? Can you hear
Hello,
me?
I can hear you. Hello, good
Oh, okay,
evening.
very good. Now speak to me. All right,
I
you have
can
the
hear.
floor.
Okay, my question goes thus. I'm a fashion designer. Actually studied chemistry, presently a fashion designer and selling fabrics. So I want to confirm something, just
Sorry, what
like
did you say you sell?
I sell fabrics, like
Okay.
fly, material, crepes, and the rest.
Okay.
So I want to confirm something, like in the working with inbound method. Yeah, using this inbound method that you told us, you we have some people, you forward them messages, and they'll be like you are bugging them with too much of messages. And how can we go about that? Secondly, at the outbound, as a fashion designer and I sell fabrics, is it wrong to meet people and tell them I sell this and try to show them over and over? Is it like I'm selling the product with apologies also? Is it like I'm selling to them with apologies? So because some people, you meet them, you show them the material this week, you still try to show them, try to persuade them. Is it a wrong thing to do? So I want to know more. And
All
third,
right.
sorry, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thirdly,
Sorry. I missed your second question. Is it a wrong thing to do, right? If
yes,
you
it's a wrong
are
thing
telling
to do.
people,
Try to tell them more about the fabrics, show them over and over. Is it like you are selling your product with apologies?
okay.
Okay. And
But okay.
thirdly, like posting on it. I do more on Facebook, not really on Instagram. Is Facebook a good page for the fashion designing person? Let me put that one. Thank you, sir.
All right. I'll try to answer your question very quickly. And the first thing, because I think very radically when it comes to business, the fact that you told me that you study chemistry is already giving me ideas about a different way to approach your fashion business that you may not have thought of. So I'm going to start with that. Um, so this is me just throwing out ideas. I'm not even giving it so much about. This is how I throw out ideas. I actually do strategy consulting too. So have you even thought about experimenting with dyeing techniques, using your chemistry knowledge to create unique colors or to develop eco-friendly dyes? You know, I know that most people don't think that deeply when it comes to things. So you just want to go and buy the fabric. But what if you use your knowledge of chemistry, your knowledge of combination scientific things to, come up with new colors, come up with unique effects that you can now use to create. There's a new kind of fabric I recently began to see where they brand the adire with people's names written on it. It was somebody that thought of that concept, and they are charging premium money for that, even more than what they charge for regular adire, right? Is it possible that you think of how can we create sustainable materials? Now, I'm thinking from the point of product creation now, all right, because, and this is something I didn't want to say earlier, but I don't know why this question is reminding me of it, that whatever you do, whatever service you offer, whatever skill you have, learn to package a product based on your skill or service. All right. Learn how to package learn how to productize your skill. You're a website designer. Package a website design course is something that you can sell. All right. So as a fashion designer that you are, you can package something along that line. Learn how to create. There's something called interactive textile. I don't know if you know about that. It's something radical that is being developed now. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. I read plenty of things, so I used to talk too much sometimes. There's something called interactive textile. That one, there are textiles, there are designs that have conductive threads. Yeah. So think about all of those things. Now, let me now narrow down to your question. I just, sorry. I wanted to start from that point because I don't know if you have thought about how chemistry relates to your fashion designing before, but it's something worth thinking about. It's your unique combination and introduces a different flavor to how you approach that thing that nobody else may have. All right. And that's a unique thing for you. But now coming directly to the questions you asked, it's not a wrong thing, no. I'm just going to tell you how can you do outbound, how can you do inbound. Number one, you can connect to fashion bloggers and influencers. You can partner with relevant businesses. Okay. You can reach out to stylists, fashion editors. I used to work for a fashion brand. I don't even know if they still exist. Movely. That's their name, movely.com. You can reach out to fashion brands. They were always partnering with fashion designers. All right. You can even go as far as I used to have a friend then. Sorry, I don't know about. I used to have a friend then. Movely is Mauvelli. Mauvelli. They used to partner with fashion design. I used to have a friend then. She was a fashion designer. And then she started to write about those things. I quit that job. That's the only job I've ever quit in my life because fashion is so not my thing that it was complex. But one of the things I learned that she as a person used to do to even promote her brand was that she used to organize pop-up shows. She used to organize shows, fashion shows, I'm telling you. And she would spend money organizing those shows. Of course, after market survey, you would not do these things without doing market survey. And then she will get clients to say, can you roll out this kind of clothing for us, about 100 pieces, about Kinecon pieces? She will seal major contracts. So she stopped sewing on one client came today. When she took herself to that level, she elevated herself beyond a normal fashion designer. And it was at some point I said to her that, oh God, you don't do like fashion agency. Because she was no longer just an ordinary fashion designer. So that's all of those things are outbound. But you could also do paid advertising. I already mentioned that. What else can work? Offer discounts and promotions. People like free things. In this world, free things will always work. Offer free things. Tell people, You'll be surprised that you will tell somebody that come and sew 2 clothes and I'll give you the third one for free. And because of that, they will come back. Yeah. And while you are telling them, I'll give you the third one for free, I've already added a little on the first and the second one. So that you are for free. They already paid for it. You're just coming back. But the fact that this person told us that if we come 3 times and I've come once, I'm going to come again so that I can get the third one for free. It works. Discounts and promotions like Sam talked about, it works. If you do local SEO for your business, it will work. All of these things are things directly that can work. All right. But then somebody says you are sending a message to them that is too much. If they don't want it and they tell you they don't want it, please stop. Respect people's privacy. All right. But those ones that have not complained to you, you can keep sending to them. But you can leave them an option to tell you if they are not comfortable with it so that you don't become a nuisance. Another thing I will talk about is don't just bombard people. Don't now say because you want to tell them about your business. You are all over their faces every time. Like all the people that we talked about that we used to mute, all those people that sell clothes on your status that you have muted. I know a lot of people that have muted those type of people. You see, it's because they think that by posting the same type of clothes every day, I'm necessarily going to buy. No. But if they post different kinds of clothes every day and put a little thing about that clothes, I'm more likely to be interested in their status than they will just post 50 shirts and I'm not going to even click one. All right. So do all of these things. Know when to say I'm sorry and stop, and you'll find your own way in between.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And I think we have one more question to go, right? Very last question. I think that is Stephanie. I'm not sure.
Wisdom.
Please. The last person. Who's the last person?
I'm the next
sorry. I think
person.
that is Wisdom.
Hello. That's Wisdom.
Sorry, Wisdom. Yeah, that's Wisdom. Sorry.
Okay. Hello.
All right, Miss Wisdom, you have the floor.
All right. Thank you very much. So thank you to our coach. Thank you to Mr. Sam. I think a very big thank you to Mr. Sam. I've been with him for 2 years now. I think I've really been learning a lot, and we are here again. Now, from what I've learned in his previous classes, I've been trying to implement it, and it's working. Trust me, it's working. But my question now is, number one, in the previous lesson I learned is try to teach people what you've learned. Mr. Sam always say that, teach people what you've learned, teach people what you've learned. But what if you teach people what you've learned and those people are too timid to tell others about what they do? Now, our instructor is saying we should always tell people, like, sell yourself, market yourself. Don't say what's the word now? Like, don't be apologetic about it. But there are some people who are very timid to even talk about what they do. I've met a couple of others and they'll be like, I don't want to walk up to that person and start saying, I sell this, I sell that. The person will come and say, is it only you that is selling this? So, sometimes I try to encourage them to just market themselves, communicate, just even in conversation, you can just talk about what you do, what you enjoy, and before you know it, you can easily land a prospective client. So now, how would you encourage someone who probably buy your course, study it? I have someone who say, what you gave me is easy. I actually packaged a digital marketing free ebook, and I gave it out and all that. So much more later, I had to do something regarding it. But he said, reading it is something I've read before, but how will I do it? I said, you have to implement it. He said, but I can't talk to people. I don't want to talk to people. So invariably, I said, there's no way you get the job if you don't want to talk to people. So how do we encourage those kind of people? How do we push them to market themselves? That is number one question. Number two, you talked about people underpaying freelancers or workers or whatever it is, or probably when you want to charge your clients, they tell you they want to give you a low payment or a low charges. Now, don't forget that in the current economy, majority just want to get the job. Like, they don't care how much it costs, they just want to get the job. Would you say those people are not thinking about their values? They're not thinking about their worth. They should go ahead to decline the offer because the payment is too low, or they should take up the offer and also get a better one, like strive to get a better one. Those are my two questions.
All right, I'm good. Thank you for that question. I'll start from the second one. Charge what you think you're worth. If you think you're worth 1 naira, I mean, stay there and charge 1 naira. That's actually what I teach people. Charge what you are worth. All right. So there was this person that was working for somebody. They were paying him 1.5 naira, and he really felt that was what he was worth. And then I told them, well, you are worth what you are worth. Is whatever you say you are worth, that's what you are worth. All right. And that moment, he decided to try out for another job, and then decided to pay him 10 naira per word. And then that is coach. It was his writing coach that actually was giving him that job for 1.5 naira per word. That one now came back and now said, oh, sir, I'm sorry, I'm not available. I got a job, and they're paying me 10 naira per word. And then the coach says, what if I pay you 5 naira per word on this job? And so suddenly the guy that was not worth more than 1.5 is now worth 5 naira. You are worth what you are worth, all right? Whatever you say you are worth is what you are worth, all right? There was somebody that took my class. Her name is Oluchi. Fantastic young lady. Oluchi, I gave them a capstone project. They had done it. She had given me a result. And I saw the quality of her, right? And I'm like, why are you not pushing for international clients? She says she's afraid. She doesn't think you can do it well. I said, well, as long as you think you can't do it well, you will not do it well. All right, that's how it works. And then that same month, we did some things. She got a contract with the federal government to come and train these people doing this. There's this project that federal government did for 3 months. She not only managed their social media for them for that 3 months, they kept her on as a consultant for them. Now, even after sealing that kind of job, they paid her 500,000 per month. This was last year or late 20? It was late 2022. Yeah. Now, this same person, after she still got a federal government contract, I said, Oluchi, would you apply for these international jobs now? She still does not believe that she can earn in dollars. See, as long as she thinks like that. The first time she tried, because I forced her to do it, do you know she messed up? I saw the work she did. I said, this is not your work. You know why? That thing becomes a foundation that affects your output. All right. So if somebody is not does not think they are worth charging more, please don't force them to charge more. I've learned that now. Let them stay with what they are until they are comfortable charging more. Number two, if you are just starting out, why would you want to start from where you are charging big? At that level, they expect that you know what you are doing, and it won't even give you an opportunity to learn. So I actually say, be willing to start small, but don't stay small. That's the idea. You must be able to track and say, oh, I started from here, but now I've gone here, I've gone here, I've gone here, I've gone here. Don't cut yourself. Don't say that, oh, this is the limit, but don't also be afraid to start small. There are jobs that I've taken before now that I took those jobs, not even because of how much they pay. Sometimes, and this is the business side of things now. Look at Big Sam saying that there are some people he gives discount to because he knows that these people can mention my name in places where I cannot reach. That's business sense. So this job gives me visibility, but they don't pay well. And I know they don't pay well. And I stay on that job that does not pay well just because I know that a lot of people will see my writing on that website. And I actually got more jobs that paid me well, that paid me more than that company was paying me. That company is in Malta. That paid me more than that company was paying me. And I was still working with that company for the visibility. So for that time, I was not working with them for the money they could pay. I was working with them for the visibility. That's business sense. That's where you put in when I say skill is not enough. You need to learn business acumen. So those are the things I would say about that. Then about the other one where you said they are not bold. If you are not bold, but okay, if your students are not bold, it's opportunity for you. Package a course for them that teaches them how to be bold and confident. It's more work for you, more opportunity for you. If you package a product now and you test that product, and you are sure that after somebody goes through that training, they will come out bold, able to face people and to see the things that they can do, then you are turning the problem that they have into something that can also earn you money apart from what you already teach them. But another thing is teach them how to start from safe environments, from their friends, from their family. All right. Everybody that learns within a safe space is able to take bigger steps in places where they don't know people. All right. Share your own stories with them. It will help them, it will encourage them. And I think those are the things that will mentorship. This is where mentorship also comes in. The kind of mentorship you give the people that you train also affects how they go about their business. So we also need to call you to question. So those are my answers to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Babafemi. Yeah, thank you so much for the question, right? Wisdom, Omoluyegbe, she has been a bona fide member of Nova University for a long time. And yeah, thank you for joining our webinar today. So this is where we are going to stop for questions. Please, if you have further questions, do well to, you can type them out and send them to the chat section. Mr. Babafemi will be in the chat section answering and replying questions. All right, please just type out your questions in the chat section. Mr. Babafemi will respond to you. All right, and also Mr. Babafemi will be dropping his website link, his social media accounts. Should you want to connect with him later, please do that. Now, the next thing I want to do right now is I'm going to be sending the names of people that actually won our 2 gigabytes. All right, I'm going to be sending it to the chat section. So if you see your name, please do well to contact admin. The admin will drop, we're going to drop admin's phone number here as well. It's a WhatsApp number. You can also, chat admin over there to claim your gifts. You understand? So congratulations to you guys, right? Congratulations to you guys. And immediately after the vote of thanks, we're going to have vote of thanks from our, from the general director, from the international director of, VAHAL Foundation. We're going to have a vote of thanks very soon. Immediately after the vote of thanks, I'm going to be sending you the link because we've prepared a special link for you. The link for you to, because the questions that we've prepared a question that will allow you to win that 100,000. All right, I'm going to share the link here and I will share it on our WhatsApp link as well. So click the link and you are going to download that question and you'll be able to, the instructions on how to go about it is already there. All right, instructions on how to go about it is already there. Please, you can go ahead and, if you still have further questions, type your questions. Now, the names of people who have, who have gotten our gift, I'm going to be posting it very soon, right? So I'm going to be posting it very soon. I'm going to be posting it very soon, right? Please give me a while. Okay, very good. Awesome. I'm going to be posting it very soon. If you see your name in the chat section, right, congratulations to you. All right. If you see your name in the chat section right now, congratulations to you. Do you understand? Right. Congratulations to you. Admin, please, can you help me drop these names on the Facebook? Sorry, on our WhatsApp group as well. Drop these names on our WhatsApp group as well. All right. Okay. Someone has a question from YouTube. Some people are following us from YouTube. Mr. Femi, please, I need to, I need to write out, I need to call out this question. So someone said on YouTube, they're following us directly live on YouTube. Where do I begin from? Where do I begin from to start my career in writing? I want to start a career in writing. Where do you suggest I start from? So that question is from Stephen Ademubipo from YouTube. Thank you. I will allow you to answer that real quick.
All right. Thank you, Big Sam. Before I answer that question, I saw a lot of people indicating earlier that they wanted to ask questions. I think maybe what we can just do is, maybe since there's a WhatsApp page, they could just drop the questions there. Then you forward to me. I'll just type responses to them as soon as I can.
So sorry, before you do, admin, please, can you help me open the WhatsApp group so that everybody can type, so that anybody that wants to type question can type question there. All right. Admin, please open the WhatsApp group so that people can type.
So that we don't keep this call for longer than necessary. We don't have to answer it now. Abi? That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, no problem, sir.
All right. But so where do you start your writing career from? Start from where you are. Start from where you are. Start with what you know. I don't know if it is that you already have the skill, and what you are saying when you say where do I start is where do I start making money from? All right. If that is the place you are, I would say start by putting yourself out there. Start by choosing a niche for yourself, a niche that is probably preferably a unique combination of your skill set, your knowledge, and your expertise, or the things that you are passionate about, that you like to write about, that you can't get bored writing about, that you can weave words around even in your sleep. Start from that space. That's what I mean when I say start from where you are. And now begin to build a portfolio around it. Because one thing that works with writers is that people want to see what you have written before they allow you to write for them. Most times. Except where they are the ones that come to find you. Now, they will only come to find you because they have even seen what you can do as a writer. All right, so start building your portfolio in the kind of jobs that you want to attract, or in the kind of jobs that you want to get paid for. Start building a portfolio there. Apart from building a portfolio there, start spreading the word that you are a writer. Be bold about telling people you are a writer. And then gradually, slowly, make sure that you're also improving in the skill. All right, because so for example, if you get a content writing job now, they want to know that you know about search engine optimization. So make sure you are learning the things that are also around that. If you write for companies that have products, they don't just want you to write for them. They want you to write in a way that helps them sell their products. So you may need to learn a little copywriting. So keep learning. That's another place. That's what I mean when I say start from where you are, and then proactively start applying. Okay, I can also say that you can start by doing internships. Look for people that safe spaces, maybe friends, small businesses, people that have companies around you that are your friends, family, that are willing to allow you to write for them, just so that you try out your skill in a safe space, right? And then they give you feedback for your writing. Right? Keep doing that. Those things also add to your portfolio as, oh, I've done this, I've done this, I've done that. And then as you do that, you're also learning, you're refining your skill. And then from there, you can begin to apply for jobs, package yourself publicly as a writer, and then you can begin to attract jobs. So essentially, where do I start from? Start from where you are with what you know and with your skill level, and build from there. It's that simple.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. Please let us give Mr. Babafemi a round of applause. He has tried for us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. We hope if we call you the next time, you'll be able to, honor our call again and come and impact us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. Thank you for, thank you for impacting us. If you have learned something today, please, I want you to come to the chat section and type, thank you, Mr. Babafemi. If you have learned something today, if you have gained something today, come to the chat section and type, thank you, Mr. Babafemi. Type, thank you, Mr. Babafemi. As we welcome the International Director of VAHAL Foundation to come and give the vote of thanks, please permit me to welcome Mr. Odunayo. Mr. Odunayo, are you here? Please unmute your microphone. Mr. Odunayo, please.
Yes, please, I'm here. Yes,
okay,
please,
okay,
I'm
thank
here.
You very much.
All right. Okay, so I just want to take this brief time to say a very big thank you to everyone. It's really been a very amazing time, mind-blowing, and I must say to you that I've had a lot to learn myself. Okay, I want to thank our facilitator, our guest, that's in person of Mr. Babafemi Adebajo, and I will also want to thank our moderator, Big Sam. You all will agree with me that Big Sam has done a very good job tonight. And I also want to thank the team, that's VAHAL Foundation top team for, proper management and then putting this together to ensure that it's a success. So I would like to just say a few things. Number one is that this is good. This is progressive. This is not just a one-off thing. So we are not stopping here. We, as God help us, we also intend to be a blessing to as many people as possible. So if you don't get 100,000 today or 200,000 today, trust me, another time will come shortly. So don't leave the WhatsApp page. Don't also stay connected to our social media platforms, and I can assure you that you will definitely get more updates from us. I also want to thank somebody. So initially the plan was we're going to give out 100,000 to one person, but I one of my friends, of course, saw this and then he said he was going to support. And as a matter of fact, I think I've seen him in the seminar at some point. And then I guess he's still here. That's Mr. Omotayo Areo. Thank you very much. So he's also sponsoring another 100,000. So that means we have 2 people walking away. I mean, after the terms and conditions applied. So 2 people walking away with 100,000 naira each. And lastly, just from my own little wealth of knowledge as well, I'm just going to say a few things quickly, like in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so I know they said a lot about advertising and then publicity, PR and all of that, putting your business online, using the inbound and outbound method. Please be very good at what you do. Okay, so you want to go out there and then tell people this is what I do. Come on, this is the business I run. Make sure you are also giving the best, excellent service, top-notch services, and then definitely sometimes, even if you don't say much, your work or your business or your brand will say much about you. Okay, so another thing is you should also learn to leverage, take the power of leverage into action, leverage on other people's ideas. Sometimes you have ideas and you don't have money to execute them. Please, and that's something that helped me over time. Sometimes you have money, you don't have ideas. So leverage on partnership, leverage to talk. Don't come up with this mindset of, okay, fine, I want to do this business and I want to earn all of the profit, 100% profit. Excuse me, sometimes 20%, 30%, 40% profit is a lot better sometimes than not even having anything at all or just having zero, at the end of the day. So while Mr. Babafemi was addressing us, and a principle came to my mind, and I'm just going to say this up. It's fresh, is not out there yet, and I called it a job principle, like job, JOOPP, and it is Joseph out of prison principle. And what was that principle? Of course, God helped him. God raised him. Sorry, I'm a believer, so I might be talking this way. God raised him, God helped him, and God opened door for him. But there was one thing Joseph did. After solving the butler's problem, he told him, please don't forget me. Remember to, just remember me in the prison. And the guy went out there and then told Pharaoh about him at some point. So when you solve people's problem, when they are happy, whether free service or paid service, when they are happy and you're sure they're happy, please don't forget to tell them again that please do not forget to refer me. It's important. Sometimes when some things come in some people's mind, you see them say, I forgot to mention you. I would have referred you at some point or the other. Please don't ever stop telling people about what you do, and don't miss this principle, job. Joseph out of prison principle. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Have a fabulous night rest. God bless everybody. God bless VAHAL Foundation. Thank you and good night.
A round of applause for our international coordinator. Thank you very much. For our international director, thank you, Mr. Odunayo. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please give him a round of applause. So we're rounding up, right? We're rounding up already. And I want to tell you something. I just received a message from in my DM right now. We are asked that everybody should remain on our group. Remember, everybody should remain on our group. I was just told that we are going to be having another webinar like this, and we are going to be having more sponsorship funds. We are going to be having more sponsorship funds. Thank you so much. God bless you, VAHAL Foundation. In fact, I go apply. I go apply you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, to the to the main thing, I'm going to be sharing a link right now. Right, I'm going to be sharing a link to I'm going to share it on WhatsApp, and I'm going to share it here. Please, all the questions on that document, you can find the answer from what we have been taught today. That is one thing I can assure you. All right, there are some practical things that you are going to do, but all the questions that are there, all right, you can find the answer, and and the answer and the guideline on how to solve it. You can find it on what we have done today. So I'm going to be sharing it very soon. And also the recording of this class is available. All right, we're going to make the recording available on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Admin will send the YouTube channel to our WhatsApp group right now. Make sure you go and follow. Admin, please send it to our WhatsApp group right now. Admin is sending it right now. Go and subscribe to that YouTube channel so that when we post this video, you'll be able to receive the notification and you'll be able to have access. Sustenance said, I didn't hear. It is breaking. I hope you can hear my voice. Can everybody hear me? I hope everybody can hear me. We are going to be sharing that link right now. I will be sharing that link right now. All right, I'm sharing that link right now. Please give me a while. I'm sharing that link soon. All right, I will be sharing the link soon. All right. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Here is the link. That is the link. Please go ahead and take advantage of it. Please go ahead and take advantage of it. It has been sent to our group as well. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you. I think this is a very good time to. Oh, yeah, before we go, there's one thing that I like to do before we go. We should have one more vote of thanks, please. Out of everybody on this call, I want one person to say a word of thank you to VAHAL Foundation. I want one person to give us a word of thank you to VAHAL Foundation and to our facilitator, Mr. Babafemi. Please, who wants to volunteer? Who wants to volunteer? If you want to volunteer, please just, tell me in the chat section so that I will call on you. Who wants to volunteer? Who wants to volunteer? Please type in the chat section, I want to volunteer, and I will call on you. Type in the chat section, I want to volunteer. Type in the chat section, I want to volunteer. Okay, so I can see the first person that I see is Abidemi Akintunde. Abidemi Akintunde, please can you unmute your microphone and talk to me? Abidemi.
Yes. Hello. Good evening. All right. Thank you very much. I would like to appreciate all the facilitators, and I would like to appreciate our dear speaker, Mr. Babafemi. So at first, when I signed up for this, I didn't know I'll be getting this much wealth of knowledge. So I've been someone that have been involved in marketing for a while, but then this had been, it has opened my eyes to a whole lot of things. So I want to first thank VAHAL Foundation for bringing up this initiative to actually change our life. These are things that are worth more than money. It's worth more than money. So I really appreciate you. And also for Mr. Babafemi, thanks for sharing this knowledge with us this night. And I pray that the Lord will increase you more and more in the name of Jesus. And I pray for VAHAL Foundation that as you make it your goal, your pursuit to keep changing lives, I pray that the foundation will also continually bring impact to this society, will be a light in this our dark world, and the light will never go out in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Abidemi. God bless you. Thank you so much, Abidemi. God bless you. We really appreciate that. So, on behalf of the International Director of VAHAL Foundation, I hereby close today's webinar. Thank you so much for coming. You can start leaving now. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Just stay on the group, all right? Stay on the group. Make sure you stay on the group. And also, if you have won the 2 gigabytes, if your name is part of those names that we provided, please make sure you claim your gift. It's very important. The name has been sent to the WhatsApp group. Make sure you claim your gift, though. Make sure you claim your gift. Do you understand? Make sure you claim your gift. So if you are also interested, please, we've already sent the link to the WhatsApp group. We've already sent the link to the WhatsApp group. All right. People are going to win 100,000 naira, and you're also going to win free access to. You're also going to win free access to, to learn web design. 5 people. We're going to be taking 5 people to win, that opportunity. Thank you so much, everyone. You can start leaving. We are done. We are done. Thank you so much. We are done. You can start leaving. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye.